welcome to a video on changing a mixed number into an improper fraction. So a lot of times, especially when we get into adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing fractions, we don't actually want to work with mixed numbers. Mixed numbers are nice to have at the end when we're presenting a solution, but oftentimes in the middle when we're actually working a problem out, they're not as helpful. So let's talk about how we go about turning it into an improper fraction. So a mixed number is a mixture of a whole number plus a fraction part. So this is 3 and 2/3. An improper fraction, we would put it all in a fraction form, so there wouldn't be any whole number component. So let's break this into an improper fraction. We're going to work through this really slow so it makes sense about what we're doing. So 3, I could think of this problem, break it down into 3 wholes plus there's a 2/3 part, right? Whole number plus a fraction part. And if I think about 3 wholes, well, that's, I could think of that as 3 over 1, and then I'm adding 2/3 to it. So we're kind of jumping ahead, we're getting into adding fractions here, but 3 over 1, if I find a similar fraction, is the same as 9/3. If I multiply the top by 3 and the bottom by 3. And so I've rewritten my whole problem. Instead of 3 and 2/3, I could think of it as 9/3, that fraction, plus 2/3. Well, when we're adding, as long as I have the same denominator, the reason I moved 3 over 1 into 9/3 was because now I have the same thing. 9/3 plus 2 more thirds is going to end up giving you 11/3. And there we go. 3 and 2/3 is the same as 11/3. That's an improper fraction right there. Now, some of you may already kind of know a way or are kind of fuzzy, you don't not remember this, but there is kind of a short algorithm way that follows the same math but makes it go a lot faster. And what it is you take, in the mixed number, you take the bottom denominator, 3, multiply it by the whole number, in this case, which is also 3, so 3 times 3 is 9, and then you add numerator. So 3 times 3 is 9, 9 plus 2 is 11, and so you also get 11/3 that way as well. So, but again, that's just what we did here, right? 3 times 3, that's how we got this 9 right here. And then we added to the 2. So this was all the math that we're doing, essentially getting two fractions with the same denominator. But you know, we like to do things efficiently. So if you can get that denominator times the whole number plus the numerator, that's kind of the shorthand version of all this math. Let's do another one just to make a good example here. We're going to take -5 and 1/9. All right, so we're going to change that into an improper fraction. Again, I'll go through the steps here. I can break it down into, oops, lost my pen there. All right, we can break it down into -5 plus, in this case with a negative, I have to think about the negative 1/9 is negative as well, because they both add together to be even more negative. So I got -5 and -1/9. I can rewrite -5 as -5 over 1. I want to find common denominators, so I'm going to multiply by 9 to get -45 over 9 plus -1 over 9. And now we can see that an improper fraction is -46. -45 plus -1 gives me -46 over 9. And if I use the short algorithm way, 9 times -5 is -45 plus 1 more is -46 over 9. All right, so there's hopefully a good couple examples of taking a mixed number but turning it into an improper fraction.